MMA boxing talk here. I just want to talk about Stipe Miocic. We all know this past Saturday defended his title for the first time against Alistair Overeem, winning a first round TKO. Great performance, great fight, back and forth. So what's next for Stipe? Um, there's a couple options. There's really not too many options at all. There's only one or two guys that people want to see. And in my opinion, there's one guy who deserves it the most. Now, I put out a video a couple days back, just recapping the fight and who I expressed who I wanted to see Stipe fight next. Now, I kind of changed my mind the last few days. In that video, I wanted Junior Dos Santos to get the next title shot. And, I stated, and it's true, because Junior might not deserve it more than maybe Cain Velasquez, of course, but or Werdum maybe. But the thing is Junior Dos Santos has a win over Stipe. But regardless of that, Cain Velasquez is a two-time heavyweight champion. He's held the belt twice. Junior Dos Santos only held the belt once. Cain's held the belt twice, and he has two wins over Junior Dos Santos. So, of course, Cain Velasquez does deserve it more. I think a lot of people, they're fed up with Cain Velasquez in a way because of all the injuries he's had. He's been not a very active champion, let's be honest here. Since winning the belt, December 2012, he only defended the title, it was two times, but it is what it is. I just wanted to get your opinions, but I truly believe, Cain Velasquez does deserve it. I think that's a fun, perfect matchup because you got two guys who are very high volume strikers. Both guys have great cardio. Both guys are great wrestlers. I think Cain's obviously a better wrestler. But Stipe's the bigger guy. So it will be an interesting fight in all aspects, on the stand up, the ground, the wrestling, as well. The toughness, the heart, the stamina. Because Cain Velasquez was known as, the cardio king. And but he's been through a lot of wars, he's gotten older as well. He's definitely had more ring wear. He has more, he's been in more wars, and he's took more damage than a guy like Stipe Miocic. Really Stipe's, he got stopped by Struve, but other than that, Stipe's really been in one war, and that was against Junior Dos Santos, which was a very very close fight. I watched that a few days back, and I had the first round was very close with Junior Dos Santos and Stipe. Also the fourth round. I mean, both those rounds could have been a draw almost. I know you can't do that, but anyway, and that fight could have been a draw. But either guy really could have won that fight. It was a hell of a war. But really, that's the only war Stipe's ever been in. So it's just a really good matchup. Cain Velasquez versus Stipe Miocic. It's a new matchup, a fresh matchup. We've never seen this fight before. And Cain Velasquez, I believe, has a chance to make history, becoming the only three-time UFC champion. I don't think anyone's ever won the belt three different times, And at the same time, Stipe, if he could get past Cain Velasquez, he would have, two title defenses, which is he'd be tied for the record. There's about four guys, I believe, that have two title defenses. Could you imagine if Stipe happens to get past Cain, which is a big if, and we don't even know if that'll be the fight, but I think that's what everyone wants. It makes the most sense. And if Cain, loses to Stipe, that'd be his second defense, and then you turn around and hopefully fight Junior Dos Santos to avenge his loss against him, and that would be his third title defense, which would be the record. A lot of ifs, lots that has to happen before that, but because the heavyweights, it's tough to put together a win streak, and Stipe's won four in a row, all by knockout. But and he's got a great chin. But eventually, you know, you're going to meet your match, and Cain Velasquez really could be that guy. It's an amazing style matchup. I'm very, very excited. I really hope that's the one to make. Majority of the people want that fight. And, you know, I would turn around and make Junior Dos Santos versus Fabricio Werdum. Now, some people will say, well, Werdum, you know, got knocked out by Junior Dos Santos. That was, like, I think 8 years ago. I believe it was Werdum's UFC debut. Junior Dos Santos was hadn't been in the UFC very long either, I don't think. But I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, that's a long, long time ago, and you know maybe Junior wouldn't be willing to just wait it out, and the UFC would maybe force him to fight Werdum, which I think would be a lot better of a fight now. You know, Werdum has improved his striking like tremendously since 2008. You know, he was strictly you know a grappler and a jiu-jitsu guy back then. Not so much a grappler, just jiu-jitsu really. So now you know his Muay Thai is phenomenal. So I think the fight would be a lot better now, you know. And but anyway, let me know what you guys think. But I mean, if the UFC happens to go with Junior Dos Santos before Cain, I won't be mad at that, you know. But obviously, Cain does, you know, deserve it more than Junior Dos Santos. Not to mention, out of all their last performances, Cain looked the best. You know, he looked better than I would say Junior did against Rothwell. Junior had a good fight, but Cain looked very impressive against Strauss Brown. And you know, we're Doom against Brown. That was kind of a weird one. It should have been stopped in the first round anyway. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to, you know, give my take on that. But some great matchups coming up. The heavyweight division. You know, we'll see how long Stipe can hold that belt for. But I think that fight with Cain Velasquez will be very close. It'll be it could go right down to the wire. We could see a, you know, a 5-round war, or you know someone could be stopped. We'll see. But that's it for this one. If you liked the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. Peace.